Shore Acres sounds like it might be a retirement community, over 55 retirement community.
I would say this is one of our top 10 finds so far on this trip, would be the Shore Acres State Park in Oregon. It's just phenomenal. Oregon 540, the Cape Arago Highway, is a spur from US 101 that runs southwestward along the shoreline from the mouth of Coos Bay to wild Cape Arago. It's known as an essential detour from US 101 for travelers along the Oregon coast. And we agree. We begin with a foggy stop at Sunset Bay State Park. The movie-esque bay is sheltered within a natural sandstone bowl. There's a sandy beach along the bay, a really nice day use area, and a campground. There's even an adjacent golf course. So we're just taking a drive out to Coos Bay, and one of the things that we were told to stop at was Sunset Bay State Park. You can camp at this park, but that's not where we're camped down at Cape Blanco, just south of here. But we came here because it's just a really pretty bay. They do have tide pools to see. There's a natural breakwater out in at the end of the bay. At the end of the bay, so you can see that makes a really nice area for a tide pool here.
When we first drove up here, I thought there was something, a fish out there or whatever. Turns out it's just a log.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It bobs up on each end.
Yeah.
So.
It is pretty here. Neat cove right here, I guess is what you call it, or?
And we're surprised that we came out to see the sun again because it's been really foggy and we thought we wouldn't see anything and almost abandoned this drive. But it's worth coming out to see this.
Yeah. We
bought a state park parking pass, a day pass, so we can stop at any of the state parks and, just take a look and then move on without having to pay. We bought a pass for the year, an annual pass.
Yeah, we bought an annual pass. We kind of do that. We did that when we were in Wyoming, and we also did it when we were in Texas.
Sunset Bay State Park offers year-round camping through Reserve America, with 30 full hookup sites, 36 electric and water sites, as well as tent and yurt sites. The largest RV site is 49 feet, and all electric sites are 30 amp. Driving through this really cool forest as we leave Sunset Bay, and we're heading to Shore Acres State Park. So there's like 3 little state parks next to each other here. Along this beautiful drive are various pullouts, and our next stop is Lighthouse Overlook. So this is Lighthouse Lookout, or Lighthouse Overlook. We're just driving by and saw the sign. Don't you love that? Just spontaneous discoveries. Wow, look how pretty. It's actually quite sheltered from the wind right here too. Really nice. The Cape Arago Lighthouse is just west of Coos Bay, and it's located on an island and not accessible to the public. It was first illuminated in 1934. It's 44 feet tall, and it sits 100 feet above sea level. In 2005, the Coast Guard sent out a notice that the lighthouse would be deactivated. When no comments were received, the light was switched off on January 1st, 2006. The first parking lot you get to for Shore Acres State Park is for the Clifftop Trails, where dramatic views, including strangely shaped rocky outcroppings, dominate the landscape leading to the ocean. So this is Shore Acres State Park. It was just a little bit further than our last stop. And got this nice little paved trail to walk around and see the views from here. And we're so lucky the sun just came out. Aren't you lucky the sun just came out?
Very lucky the sun came out.
Whoa.
Sun came out and she fell down.
Just incredible. Look how that rock is out there.
Yeah, I don't know what those things are. You look down there and you see all these little round, well, not little, but these dark, I don't know if they're volcanic or whatever they are.
They're balls.
They're balls.
I can't believe what those rocks down there. They're perfect little balls down there. I can't imagine how the water could have created that. I'm going to try and find out though. These rock formations include concretions, which often resemble stone cannonballs. Rather than the ocean wearing down the rock to get these shapes, the mineralization of the rocks actually increases in diameter, causing them to grow like a pearl in an oyster. Look at the cliffs that are created from the water running both directions. Swooping down like a river.
We're here at Shore Acres viewing area. Shore Acres sounds like it might be a retirement community, over 55 retirement community, but it's not. It's a state park, and it's really beautiful out here. Kind of show you what we got going.
So that's the point we were standing on over there. Now there's another point at which this trail leads us to, so we'll take you there. So did they create this for a shelter to go in and watch? Yeah, observation building. So really nice shelter right here in case it's cold. To say it's often very windy here is an understatement. If the wind gets to be too much, there's a fully enclosed observation building where you can learn more about the unusual formations. You can also learn the history of what was formerly the estate of timber baron Lewis J. Simpson. In fact, this building is the actual site where Simpson built his mansion in 1907. It included an indoor swimming pool. After his wife died in 1921 and the home burned down in 1922, he remarried and it was rebuilt. However, after the Depression and ill health, Simpson became bankrupt. The property was sold to the state in 1942, and the unstable home was torn down. We followed the trail until it led to the entrance of the gardens. After a quick check on Dexter and moving the car to the parking lot near the gardens, we were ready to be enchanted. We knew nothing of this place before coming here. Oh, wow. No idea this was here. There's something magical about stepping into the Shore Acres Botanical Garden. It's as if you've discovered a secret sanctuary where time moves differently. Look at this. This is amazing. The original estate had 5 acres of luxurious gardens filled with trees, shrubs, and flowering plants that Louis J. Simpson brought from all over the world on his ships. After the Parks Department acquired the estate, they restored the gardens and expanded them to 7 acres. The plants have been designed to take advantage of the mild climate and feature a garden for all seasons. The result being that something is always blooming year-round. What strikes you first isn't just the beauty, it's joy, happiness even, especially watching the other visitors. No matter when you visit, something is always in bloom, and it's always offering something new to discover. This isn't an accident. It's the result of careful planning, thoughtful design, and an understanding that a garden can be a living calendar. This is one of the most beautiful places that I have ever been. And it's all such a surprise. I really had no idea what was here. I made notes from some videos that said to come this way and stop at these state parks on our travels, but nothing that gave me the enormity of how spectacular these gardens are. I just knew there was a state park here and that we should go here, and I didn't really know why. One of the best parts of traveling like this is the surprises, and then being able to share it so that other people will know to come here. And look at this little tiny pine tree. It almost feels like plastic. It's so perfect. But the real magic isn't just in what's planted. There's a piece here that made time stand still. Look at these leaves. That's how big that leaf is. Look at that. Look at its trunk. And this garden isn't just maintained for human visitors. It's a haven for pollinators, a stopping point for migrating butterflies, and a source of nectar and pollen that supports an entire ecosystem. Look at these. And I don't know if you can hear it because I've got the microphone on, but you can stand here and hear the crashing surf. This is the rose garden. We're a little off season right now, so they've cut them back already. But it must be spectacular when it's all in bloom. And they're all identified. Along with the year-round plantings, if you plan to visit between Thanksgiving and the end of December, you'll want to come for the annual Holiday Lights Extravaganza. Over 300,000, mostly LED lights, are blooming too. This is what continuous bloom really means. Not just flowers in every season, but the constant flowering of wonder, peace, and connection to the living world. Here at Shore Acres, they keep that promise, day after day, season after season, year after year. Now there is a $10 parking fee here, but we purchased the Oregon State Parks annual day pass, which has saved us from having to deal with all these individual day pass purchases. If you're planning to explore multiple Oregon State Parks, it's definitely worth considering. Before you leave, don't skip the Shore Acres Information and Gift Center. This is a wonderful boutique operated by the nonprofit Friends of Shore Acres, and it's open year-round, including holidays. Everything from colorful garden sculptures and carefully selected jewelry to a fantastic kids section and even camping supplies. What makes it even better is knowing that all the funds generated here support the park, so every purchase helps maintain this beautiful space for all who come here. Just absolutely fantastic. I would recommend even going hours out of your way to come here. This was just a really wonderful find. And the volunteers, the fundraiser is the Shore Gardens gift shop. It's really a good gift shop. Take it from someone who managed volunteer gift shops for 30 years. This is a really good one, well priced. Things are affordable. They kind of have all price ranges in there. Just so nice. I got myself some gloves because I know it's getting cold. I would say this is one of our top 10 finds so far on this trip, would be this Shore Acres State Park in Oregon. It's just phenomenal. Our next stop on the highway is Simpson Reef Overlook, which is technically within Cape Arago State Park. If you listen, you'll hear barking and groaning from thousands of seals and sea lions congregating on Shell Island, which is part of the Oregon Islands National Wildlife Refuge. So this is where all the sea lions are. Seals and sea lions. They're all out there.
They're all along there. They're over here, over there.
Oh, some closer ones here. Look over here. So this is Simpson Reef, and this is where the seals come to hang out, and the sea lions. On these rocks out here, and I can hear them. I don't know that you can hear them because I'm wearing a microphone, so you don't have to listen to so much wind. Oh, look at that. The waves burst. So all those rocks are covered in seals and sea lions. Beautiful. It almost sounds like a chorus between their noise and the ocean and the wind. It's so odd, I can hear them. I'm sure it's like their voices are being thrown. We'd recommend packing a picnic for the Cape Arago Scenic Byway, or else you'll be looking for a great place to enjoy the local fresh catch, which we did. Fortunately, shark bites made our delayed lunch worth it, and we wanted to be sure to mention the place. It's also a great stop for skateboard parts or Spider-Man sightings. So I got a local peach cider. Super good. It's not too sweet. Definitely tastes like fresh peaches. I won't even know that I'm getting alcohol with it.
Well, I ordered the Pro Bacon Burger, and they ask you what kind of cheese and how you want it done. And then I look down, and I see this white, and I'm like, oh, they put egg on it. I can't eat an egg because it'll come right back up. So turns out it's just mayonnaise. So we're good.
So, what did you order?
It's the Pro Bacon Burger.
Pro Bacon.
Yep.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's a bacon cheeseburger.
And you have homemade fries.
Homemade fries.
Cool. So I got one of the specials today, shark bites. They look like this. It looks like the batter looks like kind of like you would do for catfish. Looks really good. I think it's halibut. I'll let you know. They're so good. Oh my god. It's like so good. We only had time for a short walk on the dock of the bay, Coos Bay on the boardwalk. Everything floats. The market itself floats too. This is the bay. The bay is the largest deep draft port between San Francisco and the Puget Sound in Washington. They were dredging the bay while we were here, as they do much of the time, to remove sediment and maintain the harbor's suitability for ocean-going ships. That is one bird turd covered boat. We wished we had more time in this area. There are so many more things to see here. There's the Oregon Coast Historical Railway, the Charleston Marine Life Center, museums, some beautiful campgrounds along the beaches, and much more. On our next travel episode, we'll be leaving Cape Blanco State Park and heading north along the Oregon coast. Jesse M. Honeyman Memorial State Park will be our campground, where we'll be meeting up with cousins to travel the next 2 weeks with. While camped at Honeyman, we visited lighthouses, took an amazing scenic drive to Cape Perpetua, ate more than our share of fresh-caught seafood, and we checked out Winchester Bay. We also had an interesting trip into the famous Sea Lion Cave. Thanks for hanging out till the end, and if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give that thumbs up a click, because that way it'll help other people find this video.
And we'd really love it if you'd share it with your friends and family if you found this video helpful. And if you're not yet a subscriber, make sure and hit that button down below.
And ring that bell, because that way you'll be notified every time we upload something.
And make sure to leave a comment, that way you can be part of the conversation.
Until next time.
We'll see ya.
See ya.